Hello people, James here. Today, I am older than I was yesterday. And you know what? So are you. And the same thing is going to happen again tomorrow. Getting older. How do you feel about that? Everybody's got their own opinions about this topic. And right now, I'm going to tell you mine. Hey Sam, how old do you think I am? No, I'm not that old. Take another guess. Alright, fine. I'll tell you how old I am, but first, go ahead and roll the intro. I am 17,536,025 minutes old. I am 292,267 hours old. I am 12,177 days old. I am 1,739 weeks and 4 days old. I am 400 months and 2 days old. I am 33 years, 4 months, 2 days, 18 hours, and 5 minutes old in this exact moment. That's how we should start saying our age from now on, huh? So I'm 33 years old. Is that good? Is that bad? Is that young? Is that old? That really depends on who you ask. You know, let's go talk to some 65-year-old right now. Ask them if they could be 33 again. I bet they'd love that opportunity. Let's go talk to some 7-year-old right now. Ask them about my age being 33. I'm like an old man to that person. So is it good? Is it bad? I think it's awesome. Whatever age you are is awesome. It's absolutely perfect. It's right where you need to be. Now, what about getting older? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? The more I talk to people about that, the more I see people celebrate their birthdays, or rather not celebrate their birthdays, I'm discovering that people don't like to get older in general. I think when you're a little kid, when you're in adolescence, getting older is fun. It's exciting. It's like, yes, let me get there. Let me be an adult. Can't wait. And as soon as you reach that adulthood, whatever age that might be for you, then all of a sudden you want to just stop the clock. Some people hate having another birthday. They hate the fact that they're a year older. They hate the fact that they have an extra wrinkle, a gray hair, a little sag, more of this, less of that. It becomes a problem. I think they're focusing on all the wrong parts, however. I love getting older. I've always felt this way. I'm not sure why, but I have. So many times my peers would say something to me like, "Oh my God, I'm about to be 26. I'm so old. Oh my God, I'm going to be 30 next week. What am I going to do?" They want to freeze themselves. They want to remain 21 their entire life. Are you kidding? No way. I do not miss my 20s. I do not miss being 21. I'm grateful for those years. I'm so glad that it happened and that I got to experience all of that youth. But no way, damn it. Like 20s were confusing. They were full of a lot of angst and frustration and figuring things out and who am I and how do I live by myself and how do I live with other people and how do I have relationships with other and blah, 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 blah. It was crazy. It was really chaotic. The reason why I like getting older is because it brings more, not less. It brings more experience. It brings more clarity. It brings more connections. It brings deeper understanding. It's just, it's like anything that you do in your life. The more you do that thing, the better you get at it, the closer to mastery you become. Anytime you start a new hobby, when you first start, you're an absolute novice. You don't know what you're doing. And then you do it for a week, you do it for a month, you do it for 5 years. You're bound to get better. It's impossible not to. I see life as the exact same way. Now, don't get me wrong. I still make a lot of mistakes. There are still moments when I do feel like an amateur. But in general, I'm definitely trending up. Getting older does that for me. All right, hey, time out. You want to see something really cool? Check this out. All right, let's see if I can actually capture this on camera. A little bit hard to see what I'm doing here. There's a gray kind of silvery hair going on in here somewhere. There. Right there. I guess it kind of looks a little dirty blonde, little silvery. Okay, here's some better ones. Let's go down in the beard. There, do you see that guy? Look at that. Oh man, what a beauty. What a beauty. And then there's another one up in here. This one's a bit more shy. Well, you're gonna have to just take my word for it. But it's in there, so I got these two, plus I got this guy. So here I am, 33 years old. Finally got this for the first time ever, my first gray hair ever. This was a few months ago. I actually plucked it out just because I had to look at it. I had to see it. And then more recently, these two guys started creeping in. Oh, finally got some grays. I am very excited about this. Isn't that cool? My little baby grays. And I know that they're going to keep coming in. I'm going to get some cool salt and pepper happening. So, see, I look at things like that and it gets me excited. It lets me know, it's like a physical reminder that I'm getting older. And whereas with other people, they get those physical reminders and it really upsets them. It really makes them feel blue and kind of like, where's my life going? I think the reason why a lot of people avoid accepting the fact that they're getting older is because it reminds them that all of this is impermanent. You know, that this body will decay. It is going to turn into dust one day. You are going to die. A lot of people get really uncomfortable having those thoughts. I don't. I don't. None of that scares me. And I just feel that the older I get, the better I get. Even if my physical body will eventually start to decline, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be unhealthy in that process. I think that's another thing that people have is this stereotype that getting older means immobility. It means that you're going to be on an oxygen tank, in a wheelchair, that you're going to be grumpy, that you're going to forget everything, that you're not going to remember who you are when you wake up in the morning, that you're going to shit your pants. Yes, all of those things do happen to some older people. Hell, some of those things happen to younger people, okay? Like, there are plenty of grumpy, curmudgeon-y, immobilized young people, too. The age really doesn't have anything to do with that. I love something that Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say a lot, and that is, and he was talking about himself, he says, I refuse to let an old person move into my body. And you've all heard this before. Age is just a number, right? It's just how old you are is really how old you think you are. It is a mental construct. There are people in their 90s who go skydiving, who go snowboarding, who go deep sea fishing, who go scuba diving. I mean, the list goes on. Their age never becomes a factor for what they can or can't do. It's only what they tell themselves they can or they cannot do. And so for me, one of my goals is to be a centenarian. I want to have 3 digits in my age. I'm going to be 100 and beyond. And I can't wait. And in order for me to do that in a healthy way, that means I'm starting to take care of myself today with my vegan diet, with my exercise regimen, with playing mental games and reading and keeping my brain strong, with making connections with other people. Relationships are very important for longevity. So I'm doing all of these things, and all of that is just going to help me grow in a nice, healthy way. I totally understand why people would not want to get old if they thought that that inevitably meant that they were going to be bedridden and grumpy and irritable and forgetful. Like, yeah, nobody wants to live that way. But that's a choice. Like, if you don't want to have an unhealthy body when you get older, you don't have to. That is completely up to you. Or at least a very large degree of it is. And same with your brain. If you don't want your brain to turn to mush when you get older, then start exercising it right now. Start challenging it, playing games, reading. Start doing that right now. Getting older is going to happen. And I think that this is the biggest point of this video. Suffering is only created in the mind. So painful things are going to happen in your life. So let's say that you drop a bowling ball on your toe. Wow, that hurts a lot. And then it's throbbing and maybe you even broke your toe. But that's just the pain. That's where it ends, okay? It's done. But then in your mind, you're like, this is terrible. This sucks. This hurts so much. This is going to get in the way of my job. This is going to cause so many extra medical bills and I don't have time for this. And you keep it going days later, weeks later, and you show all of your friends, look at my toe. Look at what happened. This is so bad. That is all suffering that is created in the mind. So if getting older is something that is inevitable, it is going to happen just as sure as the sun is going to rise and going to set, why would you create all that extra suffering about it? If it's going to happen no matter what, why would you tell yourself this is so bad, this sucks, I don't like this, I wish I was 21, what am I going to do? Imagine doing that for 70 years of your life. For 70 birthdays, you do that to yourself. That is just, that's just crazy. That is just a nutty way to live. So rather than doing that, let's start looking at what getting older gives to you, rather than only focusing on what you think it takes away from you. There is so much that happens in 1 year. 1 year of life, you've gained so much. Start to reflect on those. Start to focus on that. And only see that as your birthday gifts when you get older. See that as what life is giving you with each new year. It is awesome. Happy birthday, if it's your birthday when you're watching this. And if it's not your birthday, happy birthday anyway. I'm so glad that you're as old as you are. Embrace it. Whatever your thoughts are become your reality. So whatever your thoughts are around aging will become your reality. Now, whether you call that the placebo effect, or manifesting, or positive thinking, or negative thinking, law of attraction, whatever label you put on it, it has been proven over and over again that your expectations about a situation dictate how that situation is going to go. The intentions that you lay forward become your reality. So what is it that you're intending for your old age? Right now, I am looking at old age as being youthful and vibrant and exciting. The winter of my life is going to be just as energetic as the spring of my life. And I welcome you to join me in this train of thought. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. And please consider subscribing. That would help me so much right now. And as always, love, bliss, and consciousness.